Level Up Your English, Level Up Your Life, English listening practice podcast on real life situations to help you learn naturally and improve in all areas of life. Have you ever been talking in English and suddenly your mind goes blank? The word is right there, but you just can't remember it? Don't worry, you're not alone.
Yes, it happens to all of us, even fluent speakers and native speakers. But today, we'll show you exactly what to do when this happens to you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Level Up English podcast, your favorite place to improve your English and learn about important life skills through interesting conversations. I'm Grace.
And I'm Daniel. We're so happy you're here with us again. Whether you're a beginner or just trying to speak more fluently, you're in the right place.
To make this conversation even more helpful for you, we've created a free PDF you can download. It includes comprehension questions, grammar exercises, and all the key points from today's episode, so you can follow along easily and continue improving your English as you listen. Simply check the link in the description to get your copy.
So, stay with us. If you find this episode helpful, please subscribe to the podcast, give us a like, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more learners like you.
Also, we invite you to visit our community posts section. We regularly share extra grammar tips and helpful English practice activities there, all designed to make learning English easier and more enjoyable for you.
Today's topic is something every English learner deals with at some point: forgetting words while speaking.
Yes, you're in the middle of a conversation and suddenly blank. The word disappears.
Totally normal. I've even had that happen in Spanish. The important thing is, what can you do when it happens?
That's what we're talking about today. We'll give you 7 practical tips, real-life stories, and simple exercises to help you stay calm and confident. Let me tell you a story from one of our listeners. Her name is Hana, and she's from South Korea. She shared this story with us last month, and I think it will really inspire you. It was my first day at a new office in Toronto, Canada. I had just moved there from South Korea for a new job. That morning, the sky was dark and full of clouds. By the time I left my apartment, it was raining very hard. I didn't have an umbrella, so I got completely wet on the way to work. At lunchtime, I decided to go to a small shop across the street to buy an umbrella. I walked inside, still a little wet, and went up to the man at the counter. He looked up and smiled at me. I smiled back, but inside, I was nervous. I opened my mouth to speak, but suddenly, I froze. I wanted to ask for an umbrella, but I couldn't remember the word. It just disappeared from my brain. I stood there silent, and my face started to turn red. I tried to think fast. Come on, Hana, what's the word? You know this, I thought to myself, but nothing came. My heart was beating fast. There were 2 people behind me in the line. I could feel them looking at me, waiting. Finally, I said, do you, have the thing for the rain? The man looked confused. I waved my hands around and made a circle with my fingers. I said, you hold it, and it goes up. I pointed to the ceiling. He looked at me for a second, then smiled again. Oh, you mean an umbrella? I felt so embarrassed. Yes, that's it, umbrella, I said, laughing a little. My face was still red, but now it was from laughing at myself. He handed me one from behind the counter and said, happens all the time, don't worry. I paid for it quickly and said, thank you, I'm sorry. My English is not perfect. But he replied, it's okay. You're doing great. You found a way to say what you needed. As I walked back to my office, I couldn't stop smiling. That moment taught me something very important. I don't need to know every word. I can still communicate. I can still speak English. Now, when I forget a word, I don't panic. I take a breath. I try to explain. I use my hands. And most of the time, people understand. That day started with rain, stress, and forgetting a simple word, but it ended with a small success and a big lesson. You don't have to speak perfect English. You just have to keep going.
That's such a good example. She stayed calm, used the words she had, and kept the conversation going.
Yes. And it turned into a positive moment. That's exactly what today's episode is about. You don't need to remember every single word. You just need tools for those blank moments.
Let's start by asking, why do we forget words when speaking English?
Well, first, it's completely normal. Even native speakers forget words sometimes. Our brains get tired, nervous, or distracted.
Exactly. One big reason is anxiety. When you're nervous, your brain gets stressed and can freeze. That blocks the word from coming out.
Another reason is you're still building vocabulary. If you haven't used a word enough, it won't be easy to remember it.
Also, when people speak faster than they think, they lose control. They know the word, but it gets lost along the way.
And let's not forget switching languages. If your brain is juggling 2 or more languages, some words just disappear for a moment.
So when does this usually happen?
Here are some common situations: job interviews, phone calls, class presentations, deep conversations with native speakers.
And what do all these situations have in common? Pressure. You want to sound smart, and that pressure creates panic.
Exactly. And those emotions, fear, embarrassment, self-doubt, they can stop your words from flowing.
But don't worry, we're going to show you what to do next.
All right, now let's talk about 7 smart things you can do when you forget a word in English.
1. Use a synonym. If you forget angry, say mad or upset. 2. Describe the word. For example, if you forget hospital, say the place where sick people go. 3. Use gestures. Show it with your hands. Pretend to hold the object or act out the meaning. 4. Pause and use fillers. Say, let me think, or what's the word while you find it. 5. Ask for help. Say, what's the word for, or how do you say, people will usually help. 6. Keep going with confidence. Don't say, sorry, my English is bad. Just smile and keep speaking. 7. Practice forgetting on purpose. Choose a word, pretend to forget it, and practice explaining it.
These tips help you keep speaking even when you forget a word. And that's what fluency really means. And now, it's time for a little vocabulary break. Samantha's here with us.
Thanks, Grace. Thanks, Daniel. And hello, English learners. Today, I'll quickly go over 10 helpful phrases we used in today's episode. These can really help you speak more naturally in English. Let's get started. On the tip of my tongue. This means you almost remember a word, but not quite. Example, the name of that movie is On the Tip of My Tongue. Blank out. This means your mind suddenly forgets something. Example, I blanked out during the interview and forgot my own phone number. Keep the conversation going. This means to continue talking smoothly, even when it's hard. Example, I didn't know the word, but I kept the conversation going by using gestures. Point to something. This means to use your hand or finger to show what you mean. Example, I forgot the word, so I just pointed to the umbrella. Use body language. This means using your hands, face, or body to help express yourself. Example, when I couldn't speak, I used body language to show what I meant. Don't panic. This means stay calm. Even if you make a mistake. I forgot the word, but I didn't panic. I stayed calm and tried again. Describe it. This means to explain what something is, using other words. Example, I didn't know the word, so I described it. It's something for the rain. Make a mistake. This means to do something wrong, and that's okay. I made a mistake, but I still got my message across. Small win. This means a little success that feels really good. Example, buying that umbrella was a small win for my English confidence. Keep going. This means to not give up, even when it's difficult. Example, I couldn't remember the word, but I kept going and finished the conversation. Remember, learning English is just like building muscle. You need to keep practicing to make it stronger. The phrases we learn today are super useful in real-life conversations, So here's a fun challenge for you. Try using one or two of these phrases in a comment below. Write about a time when you blanked out, or when a word was on the tip of your tongue, or tell us how you plan to keep the conversation going next time you forget a word. I'll be checking the comments and I'd love to see how you're using your English. Back to you, Grace and Daniel.
Thanks, Samantha. Those are super useful.
Let's quickly recap. When you forget a word while speaking English, stay calm. Use a synonym, description, or gesture. Ask for help. Keep going with confidence and practice these skills regularly.
So the next time your brain blanks out, smile, breathe, and remember, good communication is about connection, not perfection.
Let's wrap up with a fun challenge. Here's your speaking and writing task.
Your challenge word is umbrella. But don't say the word. Describe it.
For example, it's something you use when it rains. You hold it over your head to stay dry. It opens and closes.
Now it's your turn. Pause this episode and say your description out loud. Or even better, record yourself.
Don't stop your learning here. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to check out our video on how to confidently talk about your future dreams in English. It's full of simple phrases, real-life examples, and speaking tips to help you clearly share your goals, even if you're just starting out. Tap on the video now or explore more episodes on our channel to keep leveling up your English and your future.